Okay, hello and welcome everyone into today's video. So today I just want to quickly talk about processes, which are located inside the tasks and here processes. Now, what exactly are processes? So I can define a process as your own custom form or your own custom data view inside Five, which are initially not attached to any table or query. Basically, you can make your own processes over here. For example, if I click on add item, you can specify any type of fields inside the processes, and then you can attach events inside those processes, and you can decide what you want to exactly do with your own data. Okay, so for an example, let's just quickly build a process over here. So before actually making a process, let me run the app and show you what we have. So I'm currently using the task management template that you can actually get from our website. So let me run it and show you what we have in our app. Okay, so this is our application. You can see that we have a lot of pending tasks right now. We are getting the description, task due, and when exactly is it due, priority, task status, etc. And we also have a section called as My Task, where we can create edit tasks, task details, upcoming tasks, and completed tasks. So let's quickly make a process over here that add a feature inside our application that allows us to set a reminder through a process this time. So initially what I want is to add an extra menu over here where we can select a task and set a reminder date, and then it can just simply remind us. Okay, so let's go back to our process and let's start. Okay, let's start with actually giving it a title. So I can call it my reminder process. And then I can click on screen fields and decide what fields do I actually want to display. So the first one can be a lookup which shows our tasks. So I can simply call it tasks, your task. The display type can be a lookup. And since we want this lookup to show all of our tasks, the reference form is our task form. And now let's click on save. Let's add another field which basically captures the date. So I'll just call it date and time. Display type for this is simply date time. And then no need to do anything else over here. We can click on save. Let's add in one more field which basically captures any notes that we want to send along with the reminder, like why exactly we want this reminder, or if this task has any urgency. So display type for this one can be a memo. So initially memos are just like a text field, but they are much bigger for notes. And then we are pretty much done here as well. Let's click on save. Let's go back to general and see if we have missed anything. Nope, everything seems good. And now we can just click on save again. And now we have a process right over here. Now let's quickly put this process under the My Tasks menu, if you remember. So that can be done by going to Visual and then Menus. So let's click on Add Item. So we'll call this menu Set a Reminder. The menu order can be 11 because I have 10 menus over here, so I want it to appear at the last of the list, so 11. And the action is our process. Now the parent menu is My Task, so that it only appears under that particular menu. Okay, so let's click on save. And now let's run our application and see if we have it or not. Okay, so now we are inside the application. We clicked on My Task and you can see we have an extra menu here called Set a Reminder, and we get our process. So let's see if the lookup is working or not. So it actually shows off all of our tasks from our database. So let's quickly select one, buy office supplies. And then we can pick a date and time for this picker. So we can set a reminder for 21st of January, 6 a.m. in the morning, let's say. And let's put a note. We can say anything. We need office supplies to work. And bam. Now we can click on run and we are done with the process. Now currently when we click on run, actually nothing happens in our application because we haven't specified in our process that what exactly we want to do with it. Now if I actually go back to it, so tasks, processes, reminder process. Now in the events tab, You can attach your custom functions, JavaScript functions over here, and specify when exactly do you want that function to happen. For example, if I selected a function on do run, so whenever we clicked on the run button, that function would have executed. So initially you can make your own function for your own reminders and then simply attach them over here. If you want to know how you can actually write a function inside the task management template to set a reminder, you watch our video on how to automate processes. So I'll put in a link down in the description. So that's it for today's video. That was just a very quick video on covering processes. So if you like today's content, make sure to like and subscribe. And until then, see you all very soon, and thank you very much.